What's up, guys? Welcome back to Rip City Rundown, and I'm back with more trade rumors ahead of this upcoming NBA draft, which is now officially within the week, and the Blazers are going to be in a lot of trade talks when it comes to this 7th overall pick. And if we take a player, or if we trade this player, or trade this pick for a current player already in the league. Today's rumor, it's actually a day old, but I finally am able to get to my studio and my computer to make a video on this, and that is how the Blazers are linked with Lu Dort. This is coming from Jake Fisher, and it says, Portland does not appear to be a legitimate landing spot for restricted free agent DeAndre Ayton, sources said. The Trailblazers are expected to retain starting center Jusuf Nurkic, and they are prioritizing Toronto Raptors swingman OG Anunoby in any return for the number 7 pick in next week's draft, sources said. But there has been increasing talk about Portland potentially targeting the 7th selection to Oklahoma City for number 12 in a package that could include Lu Dort. Initially, I see this, and I'm kind of on the fence when it comes to this. You know, we could trade this pick for Lu Dort and pick up another pick. So that value there is solid because you still have that number 12 pick to play with, whether you want to take a selection or then use that to trade for another player. But I also want to use the 7th player or the 7th pick, and I would rather get a player like it says OG Anunoby, a player just a better player for that pick, because I don't want to go through all this tanking and it results in Lu Dort and the 12th pick. That would be kind of disappointing. But Dort is a guy that if we somehow got him on the team for a solid value, he would be a really good pickup. Obviously, he's a 6'3" wing. And he averaged 17 points a game last year for the Thunder in 51 appearances. He shot 40% from the field and shot 33% from 3, which is below average, but it is up from a couple years ago when he was one of those guys that teams were daring to shoot. So he's gotten a lot better shooting. He averaged 17 points a game. That's a lot more than I thought. Obviously, that's with a bad Thunder team, and if he comes to the Blazers, he's not going to be seeing those shot attempts. But he hangs his hat on the defensive side of the ball, and he is just one of straight up the better defenders in the league. He's one of the best on-ball defenders. He gave James Harden hell in the past playoffs, and he's just 23 years old. He's scheduled to be on a $1.9 million contract going to the coming season, and then he'll be a free agent after this season. So, with all that being said, I think this is not the worst move in the world if we did do it. I wouldn't be mad about it, because the interesting thing is we would bring back that number 12 pick, and we would definitely trade that number 12 pick, probably for a guy like Jeremy Grant. I could see us packaging Eric Bledsoe, Keon Johnson, and that 12th pick for Jeremy Grant. I think the 7th pick is too valuable to trade for Jeremy Grant, but I do think the 12th pick would be something that the Pistons would be looking for. If we were to go in the offseason and pick up Lu Dort and Jeremy Grant with free agency ahead, I think that would be a good offseason. I think you could then see a starting lineup of Dame, Ant, maybe Dort at the 3. I don't want another 6'3" wing at the 3, but he could be in a closing lineup type thing. Jeremy Grant and then Nurkic, because it does say we are prioritizing bringing back Jusuf Nurkic. Or you bring Simons off the bench and he'd be that Tyler Hero role, averaging 20 points a game, and start Lu Dort right next to Damian Lillard, because I think he would be a really solid defender to put next to Damian Lillard. If we were to use that 12th pick to draft somebody, I really don't even know who that could be. I haven't really looked at the draft board other than up to that top 7. Maybe you see a guy like Ben Mathurin drop all the way to 7. I don't think that's possible. Again, an AJ Griffin type. Maybe Jalen Duran drops that far. I doubt it. I think we would use that pick and trade that pick. Another thing that I thought was interesting, if we do pick up that pick, maybe we trade 2 first-round picks and say Eric Bledsoe as salary filler for OG Anunoby. Would they take, instead of just that 1-7 pick, would they take 2 first-round picks, maybe throw in Keon Johnson as well, and then you do an offseason picking up OG Anunoby and Lu Dort, 2 great defenders. I think that would be a very interesting offseason if the Blazers were to do it. So comment down below if you would want to pick up Lu Dort. I think it would be a very solid pickup. I don't think it is my number 1 priority whatsoever, but personally, when it comes to value and how much you would have to give up, I would take a Lu Dort and a 12th pick instead of a Bradley Beal. Obviously, I've seen people comment, why would you not want Bradley Beal? Bradley Beal is one of the best shooting guards in the league, but he would not help this team. He would be a liability on defense, and that's just not what we need. We've seen this go down this road before. We've seen 2 score first guards in the backcourt, and it hasn't worked for us. So if we were to pick up a Lu Dort in the 12th pick and then use that 12th pick to trade for another guy, I think it would be solid. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe because we're going to be dropping videos all week. This is the biggest week of the Blazers offseason to this point. It's NBA draft week. Expect to see some new faces on the team by the end of the week. So that'll be it, guys. Peace.